Hi everybody, Miss Lorenz here. I want to talk about 7th grade math. This is the section 4.3 and 4.4. We're still working with algebraic expressions. This time we're going to talk about simplifying and expanding them. So in the last section we talked about the distributive property. We're going to be using that distributive property to help us get what we call expanded form. So we have two forms here. This form that you'll often see is called factored form. We have a factor here and a whole factor in parentheses here. This is expanded form. This is what happens when we actually distribute across 1.5 to the other factors. All right, so I like to show this using a math drawing as well as both forms. So let's take the factored form, let's expand it, and then let's look at it in a math drawing. So here I'm taking 1.5 and I'm multiplying it by the quantity b plus 2.5. So 1.5 times b is 1.5b plus 1.5 times 2.5 is 3 7/500. So this becomes my expanded form. Now if I look at a math drawing, you could think of this as one factor that we multiply by to get the area, and this is the other. So when I turn that into a rectangle, I have one side of the rectangle that is 1.5, and I have one side of the rectangle that's b plus 2.5. Now when I multiply these sections of the rectangle together to get these areas, I get 1.5 or 1.5 times b or 1.5b, and here I get 1.5 times 2.5 or 3 7/500. So I can see that by combining these two areas, I get my expanded form. All right, let's do one more example here. Here we have x times the quantity 5 plus 3y. And when we multiply it across using the distributive property, we get x times 5, or 5x, x times 3y, which is 3yx. So there's our expanded form. Now when we show it with an area model, we have one side of the rectangle that has a measure of x, and the other side of the rectangle has this entire measure, 5 plus 3y. Now I can see when I find the sub areas, these smaller areas, I take 5 times x to get 5x, and here I take 3y times x to get 3yx, and of course when I combine them, I can see my expanded form. All right, that's it. Thanks for listening, everybody.